Synopsis Prefecture, the western gate of Sichuan Province, China. The residents here are mainly Tibetan. More than 60% of the area is natural grassland. In addition to the canyon left zone, which has spread overseas, beautiful in Naganaden, there's also the paradise for photographers, Xindu Bridge town. Xindu Bridge town is 3,460 meters above the sea level, with low air pressure and oxygen content. But it is in such a place that a group of simple Tibetan families live. From Canning City to the west, over the mountains, we can see many old buildings with pure Tibetan style, where the real Kamba Tibetan life starts from. We can see these Tibetans turn prayer tubes and twirl Buddhist bits on their way to the temple. And then we discovered a unique creature in the plateau, which was the purpose of this trip, the Jolan Yak. The history of Yak could date back to 3 million years ago, and the Book of Mountains and Seas once described it this way. There are some animals in the mountains of Penho. The shape of them looks like cow. They have hair on their back, so they have been called yaks. As early as in the Tibetan epic of creation, the yak has been deified. It's said that its eyes, horns, hooves, and heart have become the sun, moon, stars, and mountains and rivers. Since ancient times, the Tibetan people have been relying on yak for survival. Over the past 100 years, yaks have been accompanying the Tibetan people. If we say the Tibetan people domesticated yaks, then yaks have been raising generations of Tibetans. As the Tibetan proverb goes, without yaks, there will be no Tibetans. And where there are Tibetans, there must be yaks. These animals do their best to achieve the Tibetan people's clothing, food, housing, transportation, and farming, but also the fact that Tibetan people's rugged spiritual character on the vast plateau of Xindu Bridge town nurtures a special variety of yak, the Jolan Yak. The Jolan Yak is one of the best breeding cattle in the world. It's tall and mostly hairy, with deep chest and wide body, short back and straight tail, solid hoof, and strong cardiopulmonary function. The weight of adult yaks is generally up to 390 kilograms. They mainly live in alpine regions, valleys, and meadows. For the Tibetans of Xindu Bridge town, the Jolan Yaks are not only the material basis of their existence, but more like their families. No matter in the prayer flags on the mountains or on the lintel of the house, yak totems can be seen everywhere. At the foot of the snowy mountains, they bear the burden of carrying supplies for the Tibetans. The herders here mainly work with yaks, and they can't live without yaks in every aspect of their lives. In this process of domestication, Tibetans and yaks also formed such mutual dependence, coexistence, and integration. Zering Zamzu, who is 24 years old, is a pure Kamba man who grew up on a grassland in Xindu Bridge town. When he was 15, his family bought their first Jalan Yak. After Zerin Zamzu finished college courses, he decided to go back to work for the local government in his hometown. It was not only concern on my family, he said, but also the yak I can't leave. For thousands of years, yaks have been accompanied by Tibetans. Yaks are not only the faith of Tibetans, but also the faith of the plateau. Another day on the plateau came to an end. Under the sunset, Zamzu and his yak are on their way back home.